Okay guys, what we're going to discuss here.
We gonna discuss about
Transmile Group Berhad.
Yeah.
I see.
The scandal accounting
Yes.
the one.
The
So what is
accounting
Transmile actually?
Transmile is a company that provides service of air freight.
It's an air service that represent as a courier
Okay.
through post laju,
Worldwide?
DHL Express,
worldwide.
worldwide.
UBS.
Yes,
Yes.
US. We have a UBS,
Nationwide.
Nationwide,
That's
DHL,
Global, Nippon
Ooh.
Express.
Nippon.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So actually, Transmile provide the air cargo.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Warehouse.
Something is like warehouse from the air cargo of the postage.
okay. Let's talk about their scandal. Why they started the fraud? How they started the fraud?
They actually they started with the late of submission of the annual audited 2016.
2006.
2006. Sorry, 2006 because it's under a listing of requirement of exchange. They should be
Reporting.
report for the bursa. Actually, Transmile. The case of Transmile is they because of late submission of the annual audited financial statement. Because of that, the BOD
Board of Directors.
board of director suspicious of something's going to happen.
Something fishy.
Something's fishy. Actually, the Transmile external auditor, Deloitte and Touch, they inform BOD about declining approved audited annual
6.
2006.
2006.
Yes.
The late of submission of external auditor because of the external auditor did not approve the unaudited annual of 2016 because the insufficient of documents or any relatable documents. Because of that,
the BOD appointed forensic auditor,
Okay.
Moores
Roland
as their forensic auditor.
to conduct some special audit
Special audit.
because of the late submission and any relatable document.
However, the forensic audit detected not just 2006 audit report,
Wow.
but also 2004 and 2005. It's
What-
very
What the
very mind blowing. There's 3
What-
years.
yes.
3 years continuously from
What the most Roland get?
He detected that actually 2004 and 2005 the profit is actually lost, but in the statement that they are submit, they put it the company is profit.
So because of that, special the forensic auditor turning back the earnings into the loss instantly. Okay. The matters arise in the Transmile. The management just communicate with the audit committee. They not reported to the BOD what the issues.
What the issue and what happened
What
in
happened
the
in the company. Okay. Actually, Cook the Books is about accounting fraud. The process of the reported accounting, which is a document of accounting, they change or alter the figures to then another for the audited one.
Okay.
So for example that I can give is Enron and Wilcom. Do you remember still? Do you still remember
our research about the WorldCom.
Yes, the Wilcom when they changed the figure, the previous figure of the reported amount to the another amount.
Yeah.
So that is Cook the Book.
Ah.
So there's a fraud that they change the value of the profit into something like to make them
Higher.
to make higher profit. So that's the cook the book.
Cook the book.
So in Transmile Group Berhad, in terms of cook the book is that they change
The
their
figures.
revenues and profits.
Yes.
Figures into something like actually they lost, right?
They are lost.
They lost. They don't have the profit, but they
Change the figures.
change
They
the figures,
adjust and
yeah.
change the figure become a profit for the
Okay,
annual
it
report.
makes sense.
So okay.
Whistleblower is actually the person who disclose what is the
Disclose the fraud.
fraud. So the more stolen of the independent party, which is a forensic audit, who's the whistleblower, to disclose the matters arise to the BOD and management and every parties.
Who is the whistleblower for the Transmile's fraud?
So the whistleblower for Transmile fraud is more stolen
Most stolen
from the forensic.
The forensic auditor.
Yes, the forensic
Yeah.
auditor who run the special audit.
I see.
To investigate
Yeah.
the case
Yeah.
for 2006, but the result come. The report show that 2004 and 2005 also having something
Suspicious.
suspicious.
Suspicious. Okay. In the basically in the audit process, there might be some fraud, right? So because of that, auditor must do some risk of fraud that can
It is called accounting fraud.
accounting fraud.
Yes. Then there's a term that calls fraud triangle.
Which is consists pressure, opportunities, and rationalization. So what is pressure actually?
The Transmile's pressure, which is they are air cargo service, air courier service. So they might need to
Compete with others.
Compete with others. So-
more like compete, more like to
To maintain.
To maintain.
to maintain their reputation as their service company. So for that year, the Transmile company is quite a big
Shaky.
company.
Okay.
Quite a big company, and the
Because-
public views that company
views.
as successful company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Transmile also a listed company in the
Yes,
Bursa
yes, that makes
Malaysia,
sense.
right?
Yes, that give a big pressure on them.
Yeah.
Then Transmile is a public company.
In Malaysia.
That's
Yes.
why they need to maintain their reputation
And performance.
and performance.
So their probability to make fraud is high.
Okay. Opportunities is Transmile providing warehouse service, right? They like air cargo, so the goods that like a postage is they kept on in the warehouse that Transmile provided. So there's might a billion and millions of the stocks and postage. So because of the inventory in the accounting is subjective because they need to recognize and estimate the absolute inventory. So it's very subjective. So when they're subjective, the inventory is easy to alter the figures because because they are millions, right? So if the millions, one of the inventories being altered, so it's give opportunities some parties or some person to did some fraud in the inventories of the figures or amount.
Yeah.
So the higher the amount of the inventory, the higher the probability to get fraud or errors maybe can be happen. What I can say rationalization is they did a fraud because of
That say lah, it's a something figure that
It's not material?
For
Okay.
them it's not material, and then they easily change the figures because they think that it's not material, but actually it will affect and become fraud in the company.
So in the easy word,
Yeah.
in the easy words, because of when there is not material, the effect is not material too. So that is become the rationalization of the fraud. Okay.
So we jump to the consequences of some organization, such as the company of this Transmile Berhad.
The company will become dislisted from the Bursa Malaysia.
The company itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Transmile.
Okay.
Because this is the effect of the fraud in this company. And then from the report at the 2004, 2005, 2006, there is profit, and then it's turning up to loss.
Instantly. How about the auditor? How about their auditors, Deloitte and Touch?
The external auditor, they are being fined and being jailed. That's all.
In jail. Okay. So how about the management?
The management, the top executive, like CEO and top executive like Hudin, the CEO, which is called Gan and Hudin, will be charged about 100,000 plus.
Wow,
And
that's a lot.
and the independent and the audit committee like Chin and Shukri will be fined 100,000 plus.
Ouch.
It's much.
So much.
So much. So what about the
Shareholder.
shareholders? Of course, the shareholders, the stock markets will be fall. So
see.
when there is a fall of the prices,
The shareholder will be retreat
from the
their investment.
the investment from the Transmile.
Yeah.
So the reputation of Transmile will be going down.
Yeah.
So luckily, there's still invested, but not many as before.
Yeah.
Okay,
So there are some relevant organizations that affect from the Transmile scandal, such as the employees.
The sum of the employee is some
Join
they are joint and they are cooperate with the management in this case of the fraud. Only some employee, but after the case result has been reported out, and then the employee
who did not
who did not
Cooperate the scandal, also being affected
being affected.
by the fraud. Okay.
affect their increment and bonus,
No.
even though they don't know anything about this fraud.
Scandal.
For the company Transmile, it affected also the service.
For some service.
For some service. Example,
For example, Transmile Air Services that has been eliminated and dispose all their
asset.
all their assets, and
The services that been eliminated is right, air freight, but still Transmile running some other services still running, but the air freight is being eliminated.
Yeah.
a case of the scandal like the Transmile affects the reputation of the government that promotes the responsibility and the integrity, whose practices of ethical values through the implementation of national integrity plan.
Conclusion in Transmile is actually the fraud is started when the external auditor communicate with the BOD to decline the approved unaudited financial statement. Because of that, BOD appointed forensic auditor to run some special audit
To
to investigate the matters.
I see.
So where is the started of the fraud? Okay.
And then after detected the fraud, and then the forensics audit disclosed the fraud to the BOD and to the
So because of the fraud, there might be effect of some parties like employees, government, the
Also-
company itself.
also the party that not do the fraud.
Yes, such as investment.
Especially the external auditor, the
Deloitte.
And Touch.
Yes. So
Their independence is not that strong. Yeah, and it
Affect
might
their reputation.
it might cost their reputation as a big company of the auditor.
So what I can say is fraud can be happen in anywhere because of when there is no integrity and independence in the company. When there is all of that, so the fraud might be happen and give a chance to the person who want to make a fraud. So that's all from us.
That's all from us. I am Azri.
I'm Muhammad Ridwan bin Hashim.
Hi, I know Basira binti Harry Suzin.
So we disclose our
Discussion group today.
for today.
So thank you for here.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching us.
Yeah.
Blabbering.
Thank you, bye bye.
Apa jadi tak tahulah.
Aku sendiri so aku tak tekan. Aku risau tu je. Aku dah tahu macam aku dah tekan.
Mana dia nak tekan?
Tanya.
Settle.
Ulamu Cian.
Oh, 1 jam.